Well, let me know when it's like 4:30 or something.
It's 4:30.
It
Like
is.
4:30 or something. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Let me know when it's 4:31.
Okay.
Then tell me the difference.
It'll be 1 minute's difference in 1 minute.
All right. I'm going to look at you, I guess, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, you're the fan is right on top of your head, which is good.
Right there.
Right
He
there.
looks like he's about to take off, actually.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm elevated.
Uh-huh.
Let's keep that going.
He's gonna ascend in just a second.
Mhm.
He's a helicopter kid.
That's right.
Well, let's see if anyone's new, Mike, here and stuff, and then we'll start it.
We do. I was just talking with somebody. Let me find him here. I was just talking with Dave D. He's been listening to you online, and this is his first time here live. So welcome, Dave.
Thank you.
Oh, you muted. There you go.
Oh, nice to meet you, bro. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your teachings. Very interesting. A little overwhelming, but I'm just going to sit here. I got told that you're not going to talk to me. You're going to talk within me. So we'll see.
Yes, that's good. That's good. Yes. Yeah. Just follow if there's a keen interest that doesn't make any sense, just follow that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like a different dog whistle than we're used to. But it gets a point across. Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, most presentations, without knowing it, affirm that there's a you. Yes. So it's going to be you that's going to do this, and you're going to meditate, and you're going to do that. You're going to give up stuff. You're going to acquire other stuff. And by so doing, if you do the right stuff and you do it long enough, something may happen. Yes. This idea, we're just questioning the whole idea of a you, YOU. And so why we don't talk to people really directly is because the person is the living obstacle, yeah, to the message being obvious. Yes. The 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 person, the long-lasting, independent, separate thing, seemingly, is the obstacle to the message, literally. Yeah. Now we want to be the one who hears the message, but really, what you hear about is that movement of wanting to hear the message. You're not that. Yes, that's the beauty of it, and it doesn't make any sense to that, and it's never going to really make any sense to that. Just that mental logic will get exhausted, and then the light will shine out, and things that seem to be cryptic and stuff like that will make a whole lot of sense. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So that it's just basically, if you're not with one bandwidth, it would sound like it's all scrambled. Yes. You sit, and then there's something that's being put into that bandwidth that's going to make some clarity. You're going to hear something in something that you didn't hear anything from. Yeah. Yeah. So you're not going to get it is really becomes the hallelujah, because that which wants to get it isn't you. Yeah. Why do you feel it's so difficult to get somewhere, let's say spirit, a spiritual condition or reality, and stabilize it there? Because you are that which you're looking for. Yeah. But not as the looker for it. Yeah. That's the whole point. The whole point is not touching anything that's going on, just seeing it in a different light, which is, instead of seeing it's you, you see it's not you, really. That's simple. And then, and because it's actually true, it's like being at the slot machine. There's 3 lemons, and then fucking there's You get nothing, but it's like you won the sweepstakes. Yeah. Yeah. And then being what you are is the source of the contentment, and being what you are is an ever-present state. So contentment isn't there to be gotten, it's here to be sensed. Yeah. And then the head does its thing, but it doesn't occupy 90% of you anymore. It gets shrunk. Yes. And the contentment wins out over the discomfort. Yeah, the irritable and restlessness. Now there's a contentment and a satisfaction that overrides the irritability, restlessness, and discomfort. Yes? Yeah. It just, and then the head still is a head. It's agitated. It's looking for things all day. It desires certain thing and it hates others. And it's a constant movement. And the story that goes along with it is that movement is only moving until it finds its real place. It's not going to. Yeah. The head is agitated. And whatever it meets, it's going to agitate it, literally. And you can see that in the spirituality, where the word awakening produces more agitation than peace. Yeah. Because people say, I should be awake, or I once was awake and now I've blown it. And it's even worse with the word enlightenment. Enlightenment, one of the definitions is cessation, which means the ending of all suffering. And the way we entertain it, it's causing suffering. So that should tell you a lot. You know. So that head that wants peace can't enjoy peace because it's agitated. Yeah. It says it's agitated because this isn't happening that it wants to happen, and this is happening that it doesn't want to happen, but it's agitated, period. Yeah. It's a movement. It's a dualistic movement, and it moves towards stuff and it tries to move away from stuff. That's what happens. Yes. That movement continues. Yeah. Yeah. Let's say you can be put in a control environment, and maybe that will be suspended, but when you leave the control environment, it gets agitated again. Yes? And a lot of people cannot live at a retreat the rest of their life. They can't. They can't go into a temple and stay there for 30 years. Yeah, they go out, and there's other aspects of life that they're interacting with. And then that controlled environment, when it's not in place, it can't produce the effect. Yeah. So a conditional peace isn't a peace we're looking for. Yeah. We're looking for a peace that passeth that understanding, that all peace or all relaxation is based on conditional control or managing. Yes. Just like a lot of people innocently, before they sit down to meditate, they have to put the candles on, the incense. They walk around the house, tell everyone, please be quiet. I want to have some time. And so basically, you're seemingly the most important aspect of meeting what you are, this idea of you, or let's say God, when the God isn't putting any requirements on the situation. We are. Yes. Yeah. So, and if you try to convince that not to do it, it'll find something else to do. Yeah, which will just do the same thing as the thing that it vowed never to do again. So this, you can't get out of this as it. Hopefully with the message, you'll see it. Yeah. In other words, there'll be an awareness of it. And that which you used to look from, you'll actually see. Yeah. And when you see it as an object or as an act, obviously it's not you. Yeah. And so the scale goes down, let's say to 50.00001, and it flips the scale. Yeah. You've lost sufficient enough interest in this mental activity that a certain immunity starts building up in you. Yeah. Not as you, the thing, but you. And yeah, I entertained it. I guess I was introduced to the idea in 1990s. um, it's like one thing touched another thing, and then I ended up finding a book called Who Cares by a guy named Ramesh Balsekar. Reading that book was stopping my head in its tracks quite a lot, which that hadn't happened with most stuff. I was so keen on it, I decided to go to India because the guy was 85, and I figured he's going to be dead soon, so I might as well go check him out. And I went to Bombay, never been there before, went by myself, and that led to something else, and then it went like that, and then I don't know, I just got convinced. Something did, and the scales shifted. Yeah, and the action figure, the dominant theme, always to be attended to and thought about, fell down a couple of notches, and then let's say presence became much more interesting. Yes, not Paul being present, but presence, and the interest and attention quickly and slowly moved away from this mental preoccupation, started to enrich my day instead of enslave me in a day. Yep. So here we are. First shared in recovery 34 years ago. After a while, we had to state a thing before the recovery meetings that this is not an AA meeting because it changed. Yeah. I was being changed while I was fulfilling these commitments, and something else started bleeding through, and then people from outside recovery got in touch with me, and then I said yes to a lot of things, and I was introduced to a lot of spiritual groups I had never known or heard about, but I saw addiction finding a home in spirituality. Yeah. It wasn't as flamboyant and as let's say addiction to drugs or alcohol, because really the addiction to alcohol and drugs was a misunderstanding. Really, you were trying to get us some relief from self. Yeah. And then even if it was just temporary, hope burned eternal. So you figured if I can do enough, maybe I could get relieved of this bondage of self. But all it did was flame the fire worse. Yes. Because I think there is an addiction before what we call addictions, which is the mental state's addiction to me and to a you. Yeah. And I really feel that's what's causing a lot of dis-ease and discomfort in people, knowing it or not. And they seek some relief, and some of those reliefs turn into addictions. Yes. And then you have a bigger problem on your hand. And self migrates. It moves from a drunk to a saint. Yeah. It just moves to whatever's going on and pitches camp. And now it tells its story as a repentant drug addict, that just says that he was telling a story about being an addict. Yeah. And it tries to adapt to the circumstances, and it can thrive in a lot of different conditions. Yeah. I thought at a point, I believed spirituality would be a self-free zone, but it isn't. Yeah. Self-claimed spiritual practices. And this is not about doing or not doing spiritual practices. It's about being knowledgeable that the head is claiming the spiritual practices and using it for its agenda, probably before you apply it for your agenda. Yeah. And usually its agenda wins out. So you're believing you're doing something to get relief from something. That something is using what you're doing to reinforce that something. You see? Yes. So we're under an illusion that we're doing something that's going to bring us relief, and the head has beat us to it, and it's using that drive to get relief as another form of bondage. Yes. So this is the message. It's just to point out, because we're not pointing out a phenomena, we're pointing out a mechanical action that the mental process does. It's introduced to life by us, through us, but then it claims the living and turns it into an interpretation, really. And now it's all about you. If you don't see it, if you see it, it's very convincing. If you see what you're not, it's thoroughly convincing, to the point there's no practice is necessary or anything. You just see what you're not, finally. Yeah. Actually, you have been seeing what you're not all the time, but we've been put out to lunch, and the head in time rushes in and claims it as us. Yes. So
Do you think that's why I feel insane because I fight it constantly? Me trying
yes,
to be something I'm not, and I don't know if I have it already, and that's why I was drawn to this whole conversation with you. I'm not too sure, but I feel that I understand, or yeah,
yes, yes. So this is the point. Instead of going to war, you're disarmed. Yeah.
that's hard.
Yeah, it's hard to that which can only go to war. But there's an aspect of us, unsuspected in many of us, that responds to disarming very well. Yeah, because if you are what you're looking for, then looking for it is not necessary. If you are what you're looking for, then looking for it is not necessary. It's not. Yeah, because you are it. This is the underlying fact that's everything else in the invitation of non-duality circles around. The fact that you're presented as being our self-reality. Yes. Now, it seems impossible when we're thinking from the individual entity, the idea of Paul, and it should feel impossible to that, because to that it is impossible. But you're not that, you see?
Mm.
That's the great news. So
Mm.
it tries to deny a fact, which is it is impossible for it to get it. It is completely. But that doesn't mean it's impossible to be it, because you are it. Yeah. But it is impossible to get it. But it is not impossible to be it. you see the futility of using what you are to look for what you are. You get it. It will land. I have great faith in it. Your airport isn't that big. It's going to land. Yeah. And when it lands, it's going to change the schedule. It is. You're going to feel you just, you can have so much relief. You can't weigh the relief, because the weight of suffering is made up. It's subjective. It's a dreaming. Yeah. We're dreaming. There is pain in this event, but the suffering is a form of dreaming. And the real heaviness and the real weight we're carrying around cannot be weighed on a scale. It's a subjective experience. Yeah. We're making, mountains out of molehills, the head is, and the stuff like that. And you can be, every desire or need of the action figure can be met, and you can still be completely insane, because the head is the subjective theater, and it overrides the seeming objectiveness we think life has or should have. Yes, it just does. And it trying to change it doesn't change a thing. And there needs to be some releasing of that pressure, and it can't do it. Yeah, you have to see it from somewhere else. Yeah. It just blows up. Look at some people who they try to live very saintly as a person. Perversion usually leaks out sooner or later. They fucking are doing weird shit because you can't, it's just, it's not to be found as this thing. This thing is like the salt and the pepper are shook up. You can't extract just the salt without some of the pepper, or just the pepper without some of the salt. We're a dualistic event here. Yeah. So everyone here gets dirty. Everybody. Every fucking hem has been in the mud. Yeah. So this idea of it's just fantasy, literally. It's just another way to be obsessed with you, in a sense. Yeah. How bad you are, and with the hope of how good you can be. It just extracts so much fuel of, called interest and attention. And it's like going into a black hole, literally. That same interest and attention could be differently distributed differently, and it would enrich your day. It really would. So I can't not look at you as I'm the only person I can see right now. Sorry, but I don't know how to get to the gallery. So I'm not looking at you, bro, but you're the only one I can see.
Well, you might not forget then.
I'm gonna be if I'm afraid to do anything on the phone. Let me see if I can get on.
There's nobody here. It's just you and I.
Oh, here they are. Oh, nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. I felt like I had changed role with the policemen when they used to interrogate me. You were the you were the Paul, and I was sitting in the detective chair. I was getting ready to grill you, motherfucker. All right, so I hope everyone heard it, that little spill, thing. You get the point. This is how I see it. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, other people emphasize other things. When I started noticing that I could be of use in these topics, something very strongly in me said, if you don't see what we're talking about, you're looking from it. Yeah. And if you're looking from it, it just changes everything that comes after that. It just does. Yeah. You have to notice the head is pretty fast in time. I think it's the bodily events aren't noticed that well. But any mental process, this process is fast. I would say faster. And what comes after it in time, the processes you may try to use to combat it or change it or weaken it are infected by the first process. So the you gets injected in all the processes to lose interest in the you, get out of the you, find the authentic you, all that. Yes? Yet the processes that come after don't show that big of an effect on the first process. So observing this, to a certain point going far, I realized I don't have to look at it anymore because it's going to go on ad infinitum, but in a finite way. Yes? So it's like, it's a simple thing. Let's say in recovery, we have a very big statement, which is you got to quit playing God. And the answer to that, why, is because it doesn't work. Yeah. Okay. So you hear that or read it. And there's an assumption, I didn't come up with it. It seemed to already be there, that I must be the one who's playing God. Yes. And now I have to quit playing God. Yes. Sound like an order to me. So I have to quit playing God. Now, I found that not to be true, but what I did also see was that which is playing God, when it tries to quit playing God, that's playing God. Yeah. So any movement of it to change anything about playing God is a form of playing God. So it's just going to go on ad infinitum. I didn't have to go with it all the way. I saw enough to know how it was going to be. Yes? Yeah. So there was no way out in that formula. You're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
If you are that which is playing God, and then you hear you got to quit playing God, and then you try to quit playing God, that's playing God. It just doesn't work. Yes? There is a giant chasm in this logic. Yeah. And you can try to build any rational bridge or conceptual bridge, but they all collapse in this chasm. Yeah. You can't get out of what you're not in. It's impossible. You cannot escape from what you're not in. And you can't get into what you're not out of. Trying to get into what you're not out of is the biggest out. Yes, in a weird way. Now you're really out of what you can never be out of, because you're trying to get out all the while being in. Yes, you see it? So this weird way, it's like the peace that passeth understanding. It doesn't passeth all understanding. It passes mental logic understanding, for sure. Freaking for sure. Because the mental logic is you are going to acquire a peace. You are not the source of peace. Yeah. You are going to become something, but you already are something that you'd like to unbecome. Yeah. This is all bogus logic. And non-duality is so beautiful because you put this stake in the ground and it never moved. And then you watch all the movements around it and going farther and trying to get closer, and you see all of that's not you. Hallelujah. Yeah. So
No.
you finally realize you are what you're looking for. And what takes a big hit is the looking for it. Does it continue? Does the head continue to look for it? Yes, it does. Because the head does not get the message. It does not get this message. It doesn't. You think it's going to? It ain't. It's not going to get it. I'm trying to save you time and effort. It's not. The way you are presented and are appearing to be is not getting it. It is the obstruction of it, really. Yeah. This is the curtain that the reality is behind. The curtain, when the curtain opens, the curtain's job was to block the reality, so to speak. Its not job is to find the reality. The reality is obvious. Its job is hiding it. Yes. So while we're talking about finding this and getting this, we're in the act of denial of being what it is, really. Yes. Yeah. I don't know how you're going to turn that around as it. I don't. And I'm thoroughly convinced of it. So basically, I don't spend a second looking for what can't be found. I don't have a second where I believe I'm out of any moment. Just none. Never. Because it's so fucking obvious. The only reason why there's a moment is here. I'm here. Not the one that's running around trying to get in and out of it, but that which is the essence of the moment, the presence. Yeah. So it would have been nice if there was like 800 stairs to heaven. It would have been great to have a blog for each step that you took, but there's no staircase to heaven. It's going in the wrong direction, actually. You are what you're looking for. And what's going to react to that in time is not you. That's the beautifulness of the message. If you hear the message what tries to figure it out, you'll see as not you. What's trying to get it, not you. And it's through seeing what you're not is the closest you can actually be what you are here. The being of what you are is seeing what you're not, literally. You are awareness, and the being aware of what you're not is the closest you can be as awareness. Yes? Yes? Yeah. So there you go. The action figure continues. It's a short run. It's going to pass away. And when it passes away, I guarantee you there's not going to be anyone remembering it. Yeah, the only people who are going to experience my death are other people. Self-centeredness is interesting. It's like a shore of sand, and each granule thinks it's all about it. It's insane. Yes. Billions and billions of particles of sand, all with this obsession with self, thinking they're different than any other sand particle that's on this beach. And they want to keep track about what it does and what it doesn't do, and who keeps making the water come up, and who. It's just incredible. So yeah. So yeah, anyone?
Gary has his hand up. Hey, Gary.
Gary. Oh, Kerry.
Gary, yeah. Gary, can
You
you
gotta
unmute?
gotta unmute.
It unmute. Someone muted me quickly. I like the quit playing God, that whole thing, that what hears it, you can't get out of it. But if you could comment on what I believe Ramana said this, and I think you've said it before, it's kind of, I don't know, I'll just say it. To know God is to be God.
Yes. See, and then you just know about things. But in this case, if there's a knowing of God, there's a being of it. Yes. You don't say the same about an orange. Yes, or a toothbrush. I know there's a toothbrush, therefore being the toothbrush. No. To know God is to be God. Yes. So in the head, obviously the highest understanding is knowing something. Well, that highest understanding in this case is being. Yeah. So to know God in the highest way is to be God. Yes. This is the point. Being ourselves reality. The greatest mystery, being ourselves reality, is reality wanting to attain reality. Yes. Now, that makes no sense, does it? When you have it stated as reality wanting to attain reality. But we're not living that way. We're living as Paul wanting to attain reality. That's what's fueling the searching and the seeking. It's not reality itself. It's the idea that reality is Paul. And for that idea to be held as Paul, reality has to be unsuspected, actually. For Paul to be the reality has to be unsuspected. Yeah. So most people, if they were presented as being ourselves reality, the greatest mystery would be reality wanting to attain reality. Who has trouble understanding that in the language? If it was said, if you're in America in English, it's obvious, yeah. Greatest mystery, being ourselves reality, reality wanting to attain reality. Yep. But that's not how it translates in the head. The first reality is Paul wanting to find a conceptualized idea of reality with the hopes that all the reality of Paul that's causing disease and discomfort would be relieved of if I found the reality. Yes. As Paul. So the message does not, we're looking at Paul, not reality. Yeah. And we're telling the truth about Paul as not being us. And then basically knowing Paul as not us, that's being God. Yes? Knowing Paul as not us, that's being God. And it didn't start at that moment. It's never stopped. We are being reality ourselves. Like it or not, that's the condition. By knowing Paul as not you, or knowing Mike as not you, then the being becomes obvious. Instead of trying to know God, which all you get is conceptions that reinforce the idea of Paul. In this case, you know Paul, and then it turns into being God, or a sense of presence, or a sense of emptiness, or voidness, or whatever you want to talk about it. But there's no one there getting it, which is the great news. Yes? So in this case, we're gonna, instead of wanting to know God, we're wanting to know Paul. And by knowing Paul is not us, that's being God in a way. I don't like the word God, but yes, to get it with the example. If you hear it over and over again, it's going to click sooner or later. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, we're no different. And just because I've understood me forever, and other people seem not to be able to understand what I'm saying, you're going to sooner or later. If you sit underneath this spigot, yes, it's going to seep in. Yes, you can talk to Michael Stacy. Has it seeped in, bro? Michael Clark. Yes, Mike Clark saw me, and most people, when they see me, they go, "What the hell is this guy talking about?" Yeah. Now, to me, I'm very certain. It seems as clear as day, but most people, it doesn't go that way. Yeah. So what can you do? I don't know, whatever. But a lot of people get a sense of something's going on, and they hang around, and then things leak out and leak in. Yeah, that's all I can say. This in a sense is quite working well. Yeah. The satsang is the delivery point. The non-duality is presented, and it's not a knowledge of non-duality. It's a knowledge about Paul and Mike and Michael, and that whatever can be perceived cannot be that which is perceiving very clearly. And you just keep sharing the same, and the penny drops. Yeah.
You
And
forgot Kathleen.
eh?
You forgot Kathleen.
Everyone, a number of us, yes, number of us, yes. What have we done? Do we send out exercise things, and no one goes on a pilgrimage, or we're not, renting a cave, You basically don't even have to dress. You come here, freaking your bottom half you may have an incredible restless leg syndrome. We can't see that. Yeah. And then just share the space and stuff. Like, as Kathleen said, she's learned a lot by doing nothing. Yes. This is a very disarming. It's almost as if what we hope for when we go into a jacuzzi or a hot tub. Yeah. You want to be relaxed and let the body go. This is is more comprehensive satsang. Yes. It brings about a relief of how the head's playing with time. It's playing with all these knobs, time and space, and just trying to scramble shit and stuff, so that no message gets clearly delivered, and if it is, it questions it after the delivery. So you're gonna come to expect all this shit. Yeah, but that faith pocket, yeah. If you want to, I feel like one of the main characters of non-duality is a guy named Nisargadatta Maharaj, famous for the I am that. Even though he questioned the way that was translated and everything, but he had a lot of faith in hearing the message, if you follow him a little bit. And he didn't do much else. He just heard it. He looked at the guy who was giving it, or the woman, who it didn't matter, but whoever, and he had faith in that person. And it hit, and there we went. Yeah. Yeah. And like we have a thing in recovery, even. You're going to be placed in a position of neutrality with no thought or effort on your part. The problem will not exist for you. That isn't done by effort. That is not done by calisthenics. That was not done by intense studying. It wasn't. It was done by coming to a point of surrender and realizing you can't pull this shit off. Yeah. And then in that disarming state, things happen. Yes. And what does satsang do? It reminds us of that disarming state. Yeah. Yeah. So we'd be a ragged army. Most of us are in pajamas and shit. And yeah, I bet you no one's wearing army boots today. Probably not. They've got slippers on or something else. Yeah. Yeah. So, and it's a simple, there's the idea takes hold. It's shared through satsang. The idea takes hold. You come to satsang, maybe first as a customer, but now you're not looking for anything. You're not out here to buy anything or get anything. And you enjoy, it's like a dry shower. Yeah. You don't have to take your clothes off. You get it, just feel like, wow, I just sit here checking out this jamoke, talking, and things happen. Yeah. I did it myself when I first started. What I noticed was either I wasn't hearing it, or this idea of the claiming of the head before you even start was the most emphasized point in the download. And I just try to stay true to that as much as I can. Yeah. And I haven't really left that point for years and years. There's no point in moving ahead. If you don't see the mechanical claiming of the head, you're looking from the mechanical claiming of the head. And in that case, you are going to be using reality to try to attain reality, as John or Judy or Paul. Yes? You're not doing it, but that's what the head is. Yeah? And this is the way to the affirmation of the being is through the negation of what you're not, really. You're not going to get there affirming that you're everything. It's not going to work, because the head is going to be trying to understand being everything as a thing. You know what I mean? The whole world is inside me. It's a very thin world. I don't understand. How is it going to fit? Yeah, you don't understand that the thinking isn't yours. It's from the mental process. You didn't come up with this thinking. You didn't. You're made and fertilized and watered by it. Yes, this idea that you're a thing. Yes, it's you're a child of the system. And part of being in the system is hoping to get out of it. That's and it's one of the biggest parts, is because the biggest in is wanting to get out. Yeah. Now, why beat yourself up if it ain't you, and it ain't you doing it? It's just a phantom of you trying to get out of another phantom of you. Yeah. So here we are. I want to give an award today for the best virtual background to D-Sample. I like that. You're at the storage unit. Yeah, it's pretty cool. When I saw where Nisargadatta worked, he had a little hole in the wall, and that's what was pulled down when he ended selling cigarettes for the day in India. He had one of those corrugated things, but it was about 1/3 of the width of yours. Yeah, but I dig it. Yeah, that's funny. D simple. I'm gonna.
This is my house.
Oh, it is. I like it. I like that. You got. What is a nuclear blast going to happen soon, or what? You got that?
No, it's above ground.
Oh,
It's just
well.
like it was brought in on a trailer.
Oh, yeah, just Australia, yes.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, Keith. Yes. All right. Well, anyone else? If not, we'll just start saying goodbye soon, I think.
No, Paul, it's no hands right now.
All right. Well, do you know that I have no idea what time it is?
We're at 5:17. 5:17.
5:17.
5:17.
All right. I'm gonna get off of work. I'm gonna like punch out at 5:30 though. I want to get the hourly rate. Yes. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. And we don't want to be gypped either. So
Oh yeah, I know, of course. Yeah, I want more of nothing, yes. Keep piling it on. All right, Michael. Thank you so much for the years and everything and the friendship. Michael Clark, yes. I've been tracking you, Michael, without knowing it. Yes, yes, good. D sample, pleasure. Mr. Florida, John, yes, John, you got a different you have a different background in the drums or something, yeah. That's nice. Meredith, nice to see you live. Yeah, it wasn't that bad, is it, hon? No, it's pretty good. I don't see what's the difference between Zoom and live though. In a way.
Feels nice.
Oh, good, good. I'm happy for that. Stephen Mack on Having Never Left. Yes. And we got Ben S in Kansas. David Lowe. What? I just lost David Lowe. Here he is again. David Lowe, nice to see you, my friend. Yes. Sean in NorCal. Wow. He's at the Event Horizon.
That's natural.
Wow. I recommend that movie, but it wouldn't be for everybody. It's an old science fiction horror movie, Event Horizon. Pretty heavy duty, actually. Erase that out of your memory banks. I'm sure I'm going to get some nasty calls. Travis in Santa Rosa. Thank you. Kathleen. Yes. Great to see you, Kathleen. You left the Irish and now you're with the Amish.
Yes, I am. Thank you, Paul. Nice to
Yeah.
see you too. I did have something I could say if you don't, just to everybody that since I met you and started coming to these Zooms, I just sit here and you predict what's going to happen or what's coming. Like I just sit here and listen, and then this is what occurs next in my existence, it seems.
Mm.
So I just I just wanted to reiterate what you say about just come here and sit down. And that's all we have to do. I mean, how easy is that? I do have pants on now. No shoes,
Oh,
but I do have pants on.
all right, that's good. Yes, that's good.
Thank
I
you.
don't, so I can't. I show you. I got my I got a box of assorted colors for adult diapers. I'm wearing my fall one now. It's nice light green color. That'll be on Zenbis Sap XXX. Yes. All right. Nice to see you, Kathleen. It's been wonderful. We're all like little iron particles. It's nice. We're all, yeah. Yeah, it's very cool. So, all right. We got Eli. Nice to see you, Eli. I hope it's all well. Everything's good. Great. We've got Eric, SoCal. Oh yeah, it's feeling good again, eh? You were feeling good anyway, but kidney's fine. Yeah.
Yep, all good. All good.
Fantastic. That's cool. Scott? Yes. He's pondering something there. What's going on? Let's see. It's a Star Trek move, I know. Let's see. A mind melt? Are we connected, Scott? No?
We're trying.
I hung up a while ago. Let's see. That's cool. Keith, my man, I got to see Keith the other day over the house. Nice to see you, Keith.
Yep.
Yep. Heather's our magician, our resident magician. Very nice. Nice to see you. And Judy Love. Judy Love
Hi,
is
Paul.
like the human hair waterfall. It's awesome. That's very
I like
that's
that.
very cool. Very nice.
Thank you.
Welcome. We got Steve in San Diego. What the hell with Harry? What is that thing you have on your head? Are you a jockey now? What is that?
It's a bike helmet. I'm about to get on my bike. Sorry about that.
A bike helmet.
Did not mean to be confusing. Sorry.
I thought
Yes.
you're ready at the Preakness or something.
No, I will. Looks like a horse helmet.
Career. All right.
All right.
See you soon. Nice to see you. Hey, we have Charles. Nice to see you, Charles. Have I met you before, Charles? Yes, good. Yeah. Shiva in LA, Hari in Portland. We had Cassandra, very happy to see her again. Yes, she's
Great to be back again, Paul. Thank you.
she's one of the comet people. They come every few years, like Halley's Comet. It's nice. She's in our orbit, so let's enjoy her presence here. We got Tom M. We got Walt. Wow, that's a nice beach. Hard to see these names now. Well, phone numbers and Mona M. Hey, thank you, everyone. We've done it without electricity. It worked out. Oh, there's Walt. Nice to see you, Walt, and Steve C. in San Diego with a Kuan Yin, I think, or a Buddha. Hey, everyone, thank you so much. We have a statement in AA. It's called "A loving presence will express itself through a loving power will express itself through our group presence." So I feel that's a good definition of satsang. It's very cool. All right. I'll see you guys.
Beautiful.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Paul.
Take care, Paul. Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Thank you,
Michael.
Paul.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night, everybody.
Sure.